But other senators believe putting off immigration reform is the worst thing to do, and immigrants agree with them. KPLC's Gerron is here with more.
Cynthia, the Gang of Eight, as they call themselves, is the group of 8 bipartisan senators who recently agreed on authoring the nation's first sweeping immigration reform bill in nearly 2 decades. One of the main proponents of that bill is a pathway to citizenship. I sat down with a local Cuban immigrant to see what she thinks of the future of immigration.
I stayed beyond my visa requirements, and therefore I was considered what they consider an illegal immigrant.
Adlina Ortiz is an American citizen who immigrated from Cuba in the early 1980s. She was considered illegal just before legislation in 1986, which provided amnesty for immigrants who met certain requirements.
I had just entered in 1980 and met the requirements. I was working, I paid my bills, I had everything that they required me to provide for them.
The Border Security, Economic Opportunity, and Immigration Modernization Act of 2013 is the result of an agreement by a group of 8 bipartisan senators and is the first piece of legislation that offers a pathway to citizenship similar to the one Adlina benefited from in the 1980s. She believes the bill's plan to help immigrants become citizens is promising.
They come here to the United States because they want a better life for their families, for themselves, and be able to provide for their families.
Acknowledging President Ronald Reagan's role in the 1980s reform, Adlina believes President Obama's role this time around has to be just as strong.
They need the president to back it 100%, or that he's backing it, but the senators and the congressmen and everyone need to come to one accord.
And for the most part, there have been many different accords, with critics of immigration reform believing opportunity is taken away from Americans when immigrants are allowed the resources and benefits of citizenship. But Adlina says it's important now more than ever, even if only for the children.
They're going to school, and they really should be able to continue their education in the universities and have a career for their lives.
Now, the 2013 piece of legislation is very lengthy, and the U.S. senators authoring that bill say they're open to changes and suggestions from their fellow lawmakers on how to make it all work. Also outlined in the bill are ways to fund border security and alternate visa options. You can view the bill in its entirety on our website. Just visit kplctv.com. At your service, Gerron, KPLC 7 News.